Hello Scorpio, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Scorpio for the middle of October. Now Scorpio, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Scorpio, I am not offering personal readings, so if you get a DM from somebody about a reading, that is not me. They are impersonating me. They look very convincing, so just keep that in mind. There have been a number of scammers going around, so I do need to tell you that. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. So I like to do a Celtic cross spread here for these middle of the month readings. It's a nice way to change up from the weekly. But if you were wondering, that's what this spread is called. So let me make sure everything is in view here, Scorpio, and we'll get right into it for you. I like to take 3 cards to clarify as we go along. But, all right, let me make sure everything's in view here. That looks just about good enough to me. All right, energy on the bottom. You have the Queen of Cups. So this is a card that I've used 3 different decks for 3 different readings. This card has come in every single one of the readings. And so really what I feel like this is saying is that it's important at this middle of the month, whenever you're watching this, whether it's the beginning, second week, whatever week you're watching this in, take time to have compassion for yourself, Scorpio, okay? Do something that you enjoy doing. Realize that if you are going through it right now, at the end of the day, you have to make moves for you moves here, and sometimes that's okay. And I feel like that's what this Queen of Cups is talking about in these middle of the month readings so far, especially for you. Now, this could be a trusted friend or ally. There may be issues between you and a friend or between you and a partner, but I really feel like it's telling you to have compassion for yourself, especially because this could be any earth sign, the Queen of Cups, or I'm sorry, any water sign, and of course you are Scorpio, so it could also just be talking about you, but yeah, so that's kind of what I'm getting. We do have counterparts. The King and the Queen of Cups have come in just about every single reading so far, and again, I use different decks, so it's very interesting. At any rate, right away in the middle, you have the 3 of Swords. So this is what I was saying. So this is the energy of heartbreak. Many people go right away to divorce, separation, breakup, and it certainly can be, okay? And it's very closely associated with that. However, this is any sort of heartbreaking situation, okay? Imagine if one of your trusted friends here with the Queen of Cups talked behind your back or did something like that. That's a heartbreaking situation. Getting severed from a job, which can also be implied here, is heartbreaking. Especially right now. And so you could be just dealing with a challenge. Some of you, this is a person. I really feel like this can be in any context. This could be somebody you've been in a relationship with. I do want to say that it will probably have been with somebody you've been in a relationship for a long time because of this Knight of Pentacles, which we'll get into. Could be a job that you've been in for some time, or it could even be a friend that you've known for forever. Now, in your problem situation is this Knight of Pentacles. So this is, this is talking about some sort of financial event in your life. However, as qualities of yourself, this is somebody who's practical, dependable, reliable, slow and enduring, very much a quality of somebody who works hard for their money, works hard for what they have. And with that, in relationship situations, whether that's a friend, a family member, a romantic relationship, somebody who is in it for the long haul. This is somebody who's dependable, reliable, those sorts of things. Long traditional type of relationship, if you will, in some ways. And so this is what I'm saying. Like, this is not a new connection. This is not a new friend, a new partner, and anything like that. This is somebody who is you've known for a long time, and there's an issue around it, around this relationship or job as well. So that's what I feel like is going on here. This is what I'm saying, like return to compassion here with the Queen of Cups on the bottom for self. Have compassion for self at this time. Now, in the past, you have this Death card. The thing about this Death card, it's a feared moment in the tarot. It's very important that you're not afraid of any of these cards. I can't tell you what to do, but trust me, the majority of these cards have very deep meanings. And when you go into the Death card in particular, it's actually one of the more positive cards in the tarot, because the card that comes before it is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is somebody who's not growing. They are staying where they are. They are in the same situation day in, day out. And what the Death card says is that you are done doing that. You are making a transformation in your life. You're taking an empowered step forward. You're done hanging in air. You're done being where you are. You're done being suspended in air. And you're cutting the cord here with the Death card, and you're moving forward. You know what? Sometimes when that happens, there's heartbreak that comes along with that. And sometimes when that happens, it means letting go of something that's maybe been reliable, but is no longer interesting to you. And that's what I feel like we're talking about here. This may have already happened, and now you're picking up the pieces here with these energies. Now, in the future, you have the Six of Cups. So this is nostalgia. This is lighthearted sort of friendship energy, but it could also be someone from the past trying to re-enter. Okay, so it's interesting. You know, I've been telling you to have compassion for yourself here. I do feel like that's very important in this reading. However, there could also be a friend from the past or someone from the past that helps you see something in a new way with this Queen of Cups, Six of Cups energy. That this could be in the future. You could be relying on family energy. You could be going home for a little bit, like returning, like if you haven't been at home for a while. I'm not saying moving in with parents or family or anything like that, but I'm saying like maybe you're taking a trip back to your home place, something like that going on here as you deal with something. In your conscious thoughts, in your awareness here, you have the Page of Pentacles. So this is interesting because we had that Knight in the problem position, and the Page of Pentacles comes before the Knight. Now, what you know is that you have an offer here on the back burner. Okay, you know that if this situation is a situation where you've lost a job, or you're being severed or from a job, or you've even left a job, you know that there's this offer here. There's also potentially good news coming in, and there could be news on your mind. You could also be taking an academic approach towards something. Some of you could be maybe leaving a job to pursue something like academia or something like that. I do feel like it'll be interesting to see the three cards that we clarify here. But, you know, there's offers, there's events around money or people. And the thing is, with this, there is heartbreak, but there's also a lot to be optimistic about here in this reading, and that's what I really need to sort of communicate to you. So in your subconscious, what you can't see or how you're talking to yourself, you have the Five of Swords. So you know what? This could be someone who's just trying to win at all costs, and someone could have stung you, Scorpio, and it may be a little bit painful because of the Three of Swords with the Five of Swords. And the thing is, I feel like the best thing to do when you have this Five of Swords is recognize that you may be down. You can see the person in the background is down, but they're not out. Okay, they're waving their flag, but this is not the end for them. They will be back, okay? And they'll probably be back with a vengeance. And I don't mean like violence. I don't mean anything like that. What I'm telling you is you will become a stronger person through this either loss or this pain or this separation. And that's what I'm saying for you here. That's what I feel like very strongly. Now, where you're headed in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the High Priestess. So this is somebody who's diving in the water, okay? This is the Divine Feminine, which we all have. We all have the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine within us. And, you know, this is somebody with that who is using their intuition to make choices, really falling back on the intuitive side of themselves here. And, you know, this is associated with the moon I always like to say this could also be a Pisces, but this could also be a way shower, a spiritual guide, somebody that shows you, somebody who shows you something in a new way. I get that vibe here with the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. It's very similar energy to the Queen of Cups. In fact, I've even read like the Queen of Cups is the second most intuitive person or card behind the High Priestess. So Scorpio, as a water sign, you are really being guided here to dive into your water, to dive into your intuition here and use that skill that you have, that gift that you have to help you through any sort of painful, challenging situations here in the month of October, really in the middle and beyond. But you also here have the Hermit. This is somebody who's traveling within the universe here. They're on a solo journey. They're acquiring knowledge, and with that, becoming a master. This is, by the way, in the external situation, if I did not say that, or the external influence, rather. This is like the external influence in this spread is like something that's happening outside of you. It's something that you can't really control. There could be a Virgo or somebody that is maybe wise. You can see the beard here, the walking stick, the lantern, indicating that they're a wise sort of sage type person that has a lot of wisdom. Could be someone like that trying to enter to help impart some knowledge on you. Use your intuition about whether or not you should take their advice here. But you could also be mastering something. Thing is, the universe provides us with tests for us to either pass or fail because it helps us become a master. And that's what sometimes I think it's tough to see that, but that's kind of what's going on here. You have the Emperor as well. Really nice energy. Again, nice blend here of masculine and feminine energies with the High Priestess and the Emperor. This is the father masculine, or the father archetype, which is also by extension the masculine. But this is in the hopes and fears situation, if I haven't already said that. This is big boss energy, okay? So you could be dealing with authority here. You could be kind of in a way bossing up for yourself here, especially with the Queen of Cups coming in here. This is a good omen in business and career, which is why it's kind of challenging. It is in your fears though, so it's almost like you're fearing that you're going to not have more opportunities, but your mind is looking at this Page of Pentacles. So try to separate the fear and the reality here, because the Emperor's a good sign. It could mean that you're dealing with family issues as well. You have this King of Cups in the outcome. Again, counterparts here, King and Queen of Cups. This could be any water sign, but you can see how their throne is in a body of water. What are we getting here? We're getting all these messages around water for you, Scorpio. And so the thing with the throne in the water is that they are very good at weathering emotional storms, because water in tarot is emotions, and they're handling emotional weather. They are, again, coming to a place of compassion for everybody, for seeing all sides. And the thing about the King of Cups is they're not going to rock the boat. They're fine where the boat is right here, right? And so for you, it's like the outcome is that you will work through this challenging situation. You will do it in a way that I feel like is good for all parties. And yeah, that's what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and start to clarify this situation. Yeah, look, spurned and burned here, okay, with the Seven of Swords. Somebody who is lying, cheating, stealing. A lot of people feel like the Ten of Swords card is the most challenging card in the tarot, and it's hard for me to disagree with that, but I can tell you personally, this is a card that I fear, probably more than any, because I've seen it play out in my life and other people's lives, and this is deception, okay? This is somebody who's just undermining you in some way. It could just mean that you are dealing with a challenging person here, but the Three of Swords, Seven of Swords combination with the Death card is not one that I ever want to see as a reader. And so I just feel like some of you are dealing from a heartbreak. It doesn't have to be romantic relationship. If your relationship is healthy, then it's healthy. But this could also be a friend or someone you put your trust in, with the King and the Queen of Cups here. So Two of Pentacles, you're weighing options and decisions here. You know that you have to deal with the Seven of Swords in some capacity. Okay, you're deciding on how you want to tip the scale, if you will, what direction you want to take the scale. And with that, you have this 10 of cups, which is interesting. This is total success, total happiness. Well, it's more like total happiness, emotions, all 10 cups overflowing, good times, good situations with others. Really nice card. It's the end of the, it's the full energy of the suit of cups here, because you've reached the end of the suit of cups. And so it's like an emotional windfall. Ultimately, somewhere along your path here, Scorpio, you are going to feel good. You're going to feel happy. This situation will resolve, especially with these King and the Queen of Pentacles is just so interesting to me right now, especially as we get the 10 of Cups with it. Weighing options. Look, the 7 of Swords here, that's their karma, okay? Somebody may have been challenging to you. They're going to have to pay that back some way. And just allow the universe to handle the details of how that's going to work out. You have, if you believe, look, as long as you know what you did is not wrong, you just keep being you. There's something better. If you are dealing with a toxic friend or a toxic relationship, know that that situation is going to be probably removed, and there's probably a bigger spiritual reason for that. And be assertive. If you need to tell someone that, you know what, you don't appreciate how they're treating you, or how this is being handled, that might be a sign for you to do that. What's interesting is the King of Cups' issue, let's say you pull it in reverse and you read reversals, is not being assertive, because they're not going to rock the boat. So for some of you, there's issues around that coming up, where it's like you are deciding here with this 2 of Pentacles how to handle this in a way where you don't light everything on fire, but also so you're not being taken advantage of. That's what I feel. So let's see what else we have here. Let's pull some additional cards here. Okay, we have official person, false person, great fortune, family room, high honor, and house. So I love this great fortune card. That's a really good sign for business, career, finance. Material support coming in, resources being made available, positive change in abundance, especially with the Emperor and the 10 of Cups here. Definitely, and the 2 Pentacles cards, and Page and Knight, definitely nice. And house. Some of you buying a house, selling a house, making a sale. Especially with that that Knight of Pentacles, pretty closely associated with real estate. You see the house here on the 10 of Cups. I do associate that with real estate. You're well respected, you're well regarded here with high honor, official person. And if you're dealing with toxic family or friend, just know that you know how to handle that. This situation will work out as it's supposed to, in divine timing, in the divine courts, if you will. And yeah, I definitely like this for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. I also want to say, very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next one.